Okay, so you've just read a little bit about models and what models do in terms of predicting the outcome of your population. So always remember that your sample that you have, whenever you're collecting data and whenever you're doing stats, your sample is representing the population, which is very, very important why you want a good sample. So if I only have 5 people, think about it this way, if you only have 5 people to represent all of the students on HSU campus, well, there's 2,100. Are those 5 people going to be a really good model, a really good representation of the students on the campus? Or would I say, that's really not a good sample. Let me get 250 students. Those 250 students may be a better model for the campus to represent the characteristics of the campus. So on this slide, Andy's going to talk a little bit about the equation, linear equation that you need when you look at stats. So remember, your outcome is what you're ultimately predicting. And so say, for instance, you're predicting emotional intelligence, okay? You collect data on a sample of 1,500 people, and your 1,500 people are now the model. All right, so in that equation, you have an outcome and emotional intelligence, and you have 1,500 people who represent that model, but you also have error in that model. All right, error can come from various things. It can come from a motivation to fill out the survey. It can come from maybe somebody who doesn't like doing that survey, so there's a bias there. So there's always going to be error in your prediction. We can never ever measure the whole population. It doesn't matter. Even if I say, okay, I'm going to measure all of the students here at HSU, I'm still going to come up short. I'm more than likely not going to measure all of the student population. So here's your equation. You've got an outcome, you've got a model, and you've got an error. And the things that affect this model is the design of your study. How are you designing it? And we'll talk a little bit about design. What's the best design to capture the most information to represent the population very well. So design of study is really important, and sometimes this gets dismissed because you think, well, I just need data. Okay, but you do need data, and you do need data that is collected well. The type of data that you have, surveys, quantitative, what kind of data you're doing, and then also what are you trying to achieve. All right, so when you think about research design, what is the question you're asking so that you can use your data to answer that question.